Q106.7 weather.
Here's your KQNK forecast. Partly cloudy today with daytime highs approaching 73. Westerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy again tonight. Slight chance for showers, lows around 40. Mainly sunny skies tomorrow. Slight chance of rain showers. High temperatures reach up to 72. High temperatures reach up to 73 Wednesday under mainly sunny skies. 85 Thursday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Currently 29.
Kansas Information Network News, I'm Jen Austin. An argument turns into a fatal shooting in Kansas City. Brandon Dixon has more.
Police say a man is dead after a fight turned into fatal gunfire early Sunday morning. Happened on North Oak Traffic Way. The unnamed victim was reportedly shot multiple times and taken to the hospital where he later died. Cops say the man who shot the victim left before officers arrived, and they do not currently have a person of interest. I'm Brandon Dixon.
The Kansas Highway Patrol said a trooper rescued a 6-year-old girl who'd been kidnapped. Back in February, the trooper pulled over an SUV for a traffic violation. There were 2 men in their 60s and a young girl in the vehicle. The Post said a routine check revealed the front seat passenger had an outstanding warrant for kidnapping a 6-year-old girl. Just over a month earlier, the trooper, with the help of a local sheriff's deputy, detained both men and safely removed the girl from the vehicle. The Post did not say when or where the traffic stop and arrest happened. But the trooper is considered a hero. More on the Kansas Highway Patrol Facebook page. This is Kansas Information Network News.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Good morning, I'm Natalie Hadley with your KQNK News. Brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, serving all of your chemical and fertilizer needs. Recently, Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of Commerce David Tolan announced that Kansas Tourism earned a Gold Award for its 2024 Kansas Official Travel Guide, which provides information on the multitude of attractions, events, dining, lodging, outdoor adventures, and travel resources that are found throughout the state. The award was given during the 33rd Annual North America Travel Journalist Association Awards competition. Tolan said this award celebrates not only the exceptional work their team has put into the guide, but also highlights Kansas as the vibrant and flourishing place it truly is. And as Kansans, we know that this state is special. He said this recognition from the NATJA firmly positions Kansas on the international stage as a premier travel destination. Judges for the competition included award-winning newspaper and magazine editors, as well as educators from across journalism disciplines. Kansas Tourism Director Bridget Jobe said their team pours their hearts into creating a publication that inspires travelers to explore the Sunflower State, from our wide-open prairies to our lively cities, and they're proud to showcase the best of Kansas and are grateful for this prestigious recognition. For more information on Kansas tourism, you can visit travelks.com. The Kansas Highway Patrol reported on Saturday that a routine traffic stop led to the rescue of a 6-year-old kidnapping victim and the arrest of 2 men. According to the Kansas Highway Patrol's social media post, the incident occurred in February when a trooper from the Criminal Interdiction Unit pulled over an SUV for a traffic violation, and during the stop, the trooper discovered that the front seat passenger had an active warrant for kidnapping a 6-year-old girl from another state, and that crime was committed just over a month prior. The trooper observed a young girl matching the victim's description inside the vehicle with 2 adult males, both in their 60s, and further investigation revealed that the driver has a significant criminal history, including homicide and numerous weapons violations. The Kansas Highway Patrol reported that after the trooper and a deputy from a local sheriff's office quickly secured both the driver and passenger, the trooper safely removed the little girl from the vehicle. The 6-year-old initially provided a false name and date of birth, and she was apparently coached by the suspects in an attempt to hinder their arrest. However, the trooper was able to calm the girl and ultimately obtain her true identity, confirming she was the kidnapped victim. She had been with the suspects for over a month while they were on the run. The Kansas Highway Patrol stated they were thankful the girl was unharmed and the men were taken into custody. The Kansas Highway Patrol did not release the name of the suspects or the specific location of the arrest, citing ongoing investigations. 3 special meetings are scheduled across Kansas to discuss night vision coyote hunting in the Sunflower State, and one of the meetings, which are being sponsored by the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks, will take place from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. tomorrow, Tuesday, March 25th, at Brief Space, 219 West 10th and Hayes. According to the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks, the meetings are designed to gather feedback on the night vision coyote hunting season. The attendees will be able to share their thoughts with the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks officials at the meeting, and the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks will then use the information to assess season dates. John Beckman, the Assistant Director of the Wildlife Division at the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks, stated that coyotes are classified as a non-game species in Kansas, but they are regulated and managed like a fur-bearer species. And they range throughout Kansas in both rural and urban landscapes, with approximately 30,000 people hunting coyotes each year. The night vision coyote hunting season, introduced in 2021, runs annually from January 1st through March 31st, and during this season, hunters may use artificial light, night vision, and thermal imaging equipment to hunt coyotes with the $2.50 night vision equipment permit and the appropriate hunting license. In addition to the night vision season, Kansas maintains a year-round coyote hunting and fur harvesting season with no limit on the number of coyotes that can be taken. Christopher Kennedy, the acting Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks Secretary, said they have not proposed any changes to the coyote night vision season. He said they have heard from many members of the public with varying opinions, and so they scheduled these meetings to ensure they're listening and considering the views of all Kansans. For more information on coyote hunting in Kansas, you can visit ksoutdoors.com/hunting/coyote. In Nebraska news, according to Harlan County District Court records, 48-year-old Christopher Houghton of Orleans was sentenced to a total of 15 to 20 years in prison with a mandatory minimum of 3 years on 1 count of attempted first-degree murder and 3 counts of felon in possession of a firearm after a man said that Houghton attempted to murder him at a Harlan County RV park earlier this year. Houghton pled no contest to the charges last December, and in exchange for his plea, additional weapons charges and a criminal mischief charge were dismissed. According to the arrest affidavit, last August, deputies with the Harlan County Sheriff's Office were called to the RV park along Highway 136 in Orleans, where a group of people said they were hanging out when Houghton loaded a handgun with ammo he recently purchased from Orleans Service. The affidavit said later the group went to Houghton's Orleans residence, and one of the individuals involved said the topic of kidnapping was brought up, and Houghton got very standoffish. No description of the nature of the conversation was detailed in the affidavit. Deputies said then one of the men also brought up the topic of pedophilia, which according to the affidavit led Houghton striking that man in the face with a closed fist. In the report, it stated a scuffle ensued with one of the men involved running from the residence. The next morning, the affidavit said the man who ran from the home reported to the sheriff's office that he woke up to gunfire, and he said he saw Houghton standing in the entryway of a camper pointing the same handgun from the previous night at him. The man told deputies he got out of bed and found bullet holes in the bed and camper. The affidavit said deputies located 7 9mm bullets under the bed and 10 empty fired 9mm shell cases near the entry of the camper. Nebraska firefighters battled a grass fire near Red Willow Lake on Saturday after an unattended campfire spread across dry vegetation, burning 80 to 85 acres. The Red Willow Western Fire Department reported that the blaze, fueled by gusty winds and dry conditions, was 85% contained by 6:22 p.m. on Saturday, and no injuries were reported. A red flag warning was in effect for all of western and northern central Nebraska throughout the day, with forecasters warning that strong westerly winds, low humidity, and above normal temperatures could lead to rapid fire spread and erratic fire behavior. Near critical to critical fire weather conditions are expected to persist daily through at least Friday. In a post following the fire, the Red Willow Western Rural Fire Department reminded the public of the ongoing fire danger, saying that after Saturday's fire, they hope everyone is just a little more aware of how dry it is, as even fire pits, campfires, and grilling over an open flame are dangerous. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical retailer. They customize products for individual farmers' needs, with the primary focus being customer profitability. Let Josh and Jack help you get the most out of your farm ground. They also provide in-house marketing with Ron Wall of Flatwater Solutions. Visit Ron in Phillipsburg or call Josh at 785-854-8484 or Jack at 308-840-2819. Firebolt Ag, your leader in agriculture.
Human remains were found inside a vehicle in Ellis County, with the Ellis County Sheriff's Office saying deputies made the discovery on Wednesday when they responded to the report of a vehicle in a ditch near 290th Avenue and Mount Pleasant Road, southeast of Hayes Regional Airport. When they arrived, they discovered a vehicle that had been destroyed by fire, and inside they found burned skeletal remains. The sheriff's office reported that foul play is not suspected in the case, which remains under investigation, and the victim's name has not been released at the time of the news release. The Kansas Department of Agriculture's Marketing and Promotions Advisory Board will meet at 9 a.m. this Friday, March 28th, and this is a regularly scheduled board meeting that will be held at the Kansas Department of Agriculture office in Manhattan and virtually. The mission of the Kansas Department of Agriculture Division of Agricultural Marketing, Advocacy, and Outreach is to serve all Kansans through innovative programming and delivering solutions designed to create an environment that facilitates growth and expansion in agriculture while increasing pride in and awareness of the state's largest industry, agriculture. The meeting is open to the public, and to request a copy of the agenda or directions on how to participate in the meeting, either in person or virtually, you can contact Suzanne Ryan Numrich, the Agriculture Marketing Director, at 785-564-6704. And anyone who requires special accommodations must make their needs known at least 2 days prior to the meeting. According to the unofficial minutes of the March 20th Norton City Council meeting, the Norton City Council met in regular session at 5:30 p.m. with Mayor Jerry Jones presiding, and the council members present were Dell Jacobson, Jason Jones, Gerald Jones, and Jim Miller, along with others to present business or observe. A motion was made by Dell Jacobson and seconded by Jim Miller to approve the March 5th, 2025 City Council meeting minutes, and the motion carried. Jeff Urban was present to discuss potential repairs to the grandstands, and it was decided that Jeff would come back to the next council meeting to come up with a plan after the city determines the number of boards in need of replacement, the amount of funding needed, and are available to complete the repairs. A work session to review the 2025 budget was scheduled for 3 p.m. on March 31st. Mayor Jones and the council thanked the city crews for all their work in the recent storm. Assistant Chief of Police Mitch Lowery reported on department activities, and Gerald Jones scheduled a Public Safety Committee meeting for 4 p.m. on March 25th. The mayor, council, and city staff all expressed their condolences to the Gilhausen family, and a motion was made by Dell Jacobson and seconded by Jim Miller to fly the flag at City Hall at half-staff starting today, Monday, March 24th through the 28th, in honor of Councilman Gilhausen's service to the city and to invite all other businesses in town to take part. The vote was taken and the motion carried 4-0. Jason Jones reminded everyone of the following upcoming meetings: the ad hoc meeting at 10 a.m. and a joint finance and utility committee meeting at 3 p.m. on March 26th, and a work session with the Chamber and Travel and Tourism at 4 p.m. on March 27th. A motion was made by Dell Jacobson and seconded by Jason Jones to approve the application for water services outside the city limits by Ron and Vicki Fisher. The vote was taken and the motion carried 4-0. A motion was made by Dell Jacobson and seconded by Jim Miller to approve appropriating ordinance number 6 as a whole, and the motion carried. And a motion was made by Dell Jacobson and seconded by Jason Jones to adjourn, and the council then adjourned at 6:27 p.m. Your menu today for Eisenhower Elementary School: for lunch you'll be having taco crunch, peaches, tossed salad, chocolate cake, and milk. For Norton Community High School and Junior High, your grab-and-go this morning will be donut, fruit, juice, and milk, and your lunch today will be spaghetti or mozzarella cheese sticks, garlic breadsticks, fruit, and milk. And for Northern Valley schools, your lunch today will be beer rocks, potatoes, vegetable, and fruit. I'm Natalie Hadley. Your KQNK News was brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, farmers helping farmers to succeed. You can contact Firebolt Ag today to get the most out of your farmland. Your KQNK weather forecast is being brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, your Norton experts for all of your pest control needs. Your forecast for today, it should be mostly sunny with a high near 73 and breezy with a southwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour, which should become northwest 15 to 20 miles per hour in the afternoon, and the winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. For tonight, there's a slight chance of sprinkles. Otherwise, it'll be partly cloudy with a low around 40 and a northwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Tuesday, it should be sunny with a high near 72 and a northwest wind of 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Tuesday night, it should be partly cloudy with a low around 39. I'll be back with the rest of your forecast in just a moment.
When you got bugs, we know what a nuisance that can be.
Lock 'em out. From Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, Lock 'em Out is our very effective residential insect prevention program. We'll come to your place and treat your foundation plus all insect entryways. And while we're there, receive a free termite inspection. Call Mr. Rich Wenzel, our certified technician in Norton, at 785-202-0167. That's 202-0167.
Continuing with your weather forecast, on Wednesday, it should be sunny with a high near 73. On Thursday, sunny with a high near 86. On Friday, sunny with a high near 84. On Saturday, there's a 40% chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny with a high near 66. And on Sunday, it should be mostly sunny with a high near 57. Currently, with fair skies, it is 34 degrees. The humidity is 65%. The wind speed is south at 3 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 29.91, and the dew point is 23 degrees. Your weather was brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control right here in Norton. You can call Hinkle Termite and Pest Control at 785-202-0167 for all of your pest control needs. It is 8:22. It's time for Kansas Sports. That's being brought to you by United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Luck is on your side this March at United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Save big on a 2015 or newer vehicle loan with rates as low as 5% APR. Treat yourself with a new vehicle or refinance your current vehicle loan from another lender. This offer ends March 31st, so don't delay. Let UNWFCU save you some green this spring. Special terms and conditions apply. Rates are subject to increase. NCUA insured. Equal housing lender.
KIN Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis. Defensive end Charles Omenihu is returning to the Chiefs on a one-year deal worth a maximum of $7 million, sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter on Thursday. Omenihu played the last 2 seasons with the Chiefs after signing as a free agent in 2023. He missed the first 6 games of the 23 season after being suspended by the NFL for a violation of its personal conduct policy while he was with the 49ers. Omenihu returned to have the most productive season of his career. He had a career high 7 sacks plus another in the playoffs before tearing his ACL in last season's AFC Championship game against the Ravens. He returned in 2024 to play 6 regular season games with a sack. He played in all 3 of the Chiefs' playoff games and had a sack as well. Bringing Omenihu back is big for the Chiefs as they have a rotational guy behind both Mike Dana and George Karlaftis. They also recently brought back Marlon Teopulutu. Kansas Information Network Sports, I'm Spencer Dupuis.
With Donald Trump back in office, one of his biggest adversaries, top Democrat Dick Durbin of Chicago, is leading the charge to derail President Trump's agenda at every turn. Now, Senator Dick Durbin has a new scheme, a government takeover of your credit card. And shockingly, Kansas Senator Roger Marshall is standing with him, helping push this reckless plan forward. Right now, Kansans have the freedom to choose from a variety of credit cards, all offering strong security and fraud protection. But if Senator Roger Marshall gets his way, this plan will reduce competition, weaken security, and open the door to more fraud. That means more risk for your financial information, more headaches for small businesses, and less choice for Kansas consumers. Tell Kansas Senator Roger Marshall to stop his government takeover of your credit card and keep Chicago-style politics out of Kansas. Learn more at guardyourcard.com.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Philip Eisenhagen. Together we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office at 418 East Holm here in Norton or call 877-3373. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.